children, since we are done with the explanation part, we can directly move to exercise. So now what we'll be doing, we'll be moving to the exercise 17A, which is there in your textbook. So I'll be writing exercise 17A. Okay, so we'll be moving to the first question. So you just have to remember all the theorems that we have used, not the formulas, children, and based on those theorems this exercise is completely based. Okay, so we'll be moving on to the first question, children, and before that, again I am telling you, just revise the five theorems. Actually the fifth theorem is not very important, children, so what you have to remember is the four theorems that we are talking about. Okay, so you have to remember those four theorems, and based on that we'll be solving the sums. Now the first question says a chord of length 6 cm is drawn in a circle of radius 5 cm. Okay, so how will be your figure like? There is this figure and the chord is of 6 cm. So this is, suppose, my chord AB, and they say that this is of 6 cm length. Okay, and then what they are saying, it is having a radius of 5 cm. Calculate the distance from the center of the circle. So suppose this is my center of the circle, which I will be marking as O. They have given that the radius is equal to 5 cm. Now you need to find out what? You need to find out the length of this perpendicular, that is OP. Okay, so how are you going to write this? Now remember, children, one of the most important thing that I want to tell you, in circles, whenever you are writing or whenever you are using any particular form which is there, okay, any particular theorem which is there, you need to just mention that theorem clearly, or else you will be losing marks. Okay, so for example, here what you will be seeing, here I will be writing, you will be writing that, see, they have given distance of the calculate the distance from the center of the circle. So you have to remember one thing, children, that whenever you talk about distance, it means you are talking about perpendicular. Okay, then what you will be writing, you will be writing that AP is equal to PB. Okay, and then here you have to specify that since perpendicular from the center of the chord, from the center of the chord bisects the chord, center of the chord bisects the chord. So children, this I am not going to write all the time, children, because that is going to take a lot of time. So therefore I want you to remember this, and everywhere in whichever place you are going to use this particular theorem, this particular line you need to specify. Okay, so AP is equal to PB. So the entire AB is 6 cm. So how much will be AP is equal to PB? AP will be equal to PB, and this in turn will be equal to 3 cm, because the entire is 6 cm. Okay, so now what you will be writing, you will be writing that AP is equal to PB is equal to 6 cm, and further what you will be writing, you will be writing that, write down OA is equal to 5 cm, that is given already, and then what you will be writing, that in triangle, okay, OPA OA square is equal to OP square plus AP square. Okay, and here also you will be writing the reason. What is the reason? This is by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so this is the reason. Now what you will be writing, this implies OA is how much, children? 5. So write down 5 square is equal to OP is what you have to find out, OP square plus AP you have calculated as 3 square. So this implies OP square will be equal to 5 square minus 3 square. So this in turn is equal to 25 minus 9, which is equal to 16. So how much will be OP equal to, children? I'll write down here that this implies OP is equal to root over of 16, which in turn is equal to 4. So the distance of this particular chord from the center is equal to 4 cm. Alright, so this is the way this sum has to be done, children. Now this being the first question, I did it. Henceforth, whichever will be the easier questions, you will be taking as homework. Okay, so now we will be doing what? We will be moving to the next question, that is question number 2. We'll be looking what does this says. Question number 2 says a cord of length 8 centimeter is drawn at a distance of 3 centimeter from the center. So this question is very easy one, children. You can be taking this as homework. I'll tell you how to do. I'll tell you the figure that is there. Okay, so you have to understand this, children, that in this particular type of question, in fact in all the questions that are related to circle, you need to draw the figure. That is very important, because without drawing the figure, if you are solving, first of all it will be difficult for you to solve, and second of all that if ever you are solving, then your marks are going to be deducted, because you never know what is OA, what is OB. So figure making is very important. So this is question number 2. This will figure, this is my 8 centimeter and the distance they have given as 3 centimeter. Okay, so what you have to find out, you have to calculate the radius. So what you will be writing, you will be joining them, and then you will be writing by Pythagoras theorem. See, this is 8, so this will be equal to 4, and this is also equal to 4, so the radius will come out to be 5. Okay, so make sure you are writing the statements properly, and that's the question all about. We'll move on to question number 3. So what is question number 3, children? It says the radius of a circle is 17 centimeter and length of the perpendicular drawn from its center to a chord is 8 centimeter. Calculate the length of the chord. Okay, so suppose this is my circle that has been given. Okay, so this is also an easy one, children. I'll be explaining you and giving you as homework. See, the radius has been given as 17, children. So suppose this is my radius, this has been given as 17, and the length of the perpendicular to the chord, so this particular length which is there, this has been given as 8. Now you need to find out what? You need to find out the length of the chord. This is our length. Suppose this is AB and this is OP. So you have been given OP, you have been given OA, so what you will be writing, and you have been given that this OP is perpendicular to AB. So first what you will be writing down, children, you will be writing down like this, that in triangle OAP you will be applying what? You will be applying Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so see, children, if you just see in questions of this type, it is very easy for you to find out the answer. What is important is you should present your answer nicely and with the help of statements. So by Pythagoras theorem you can find out AP. Now what you will be writing? You will be writing that AP is equal to PB. So this will also be equal to how much? So here you will be getting the value of AP. So the entire AB will be equal to 2 times of AP, and then you will have to write the reason from here, that since the perpendicular from the center of the chord bisects the chord. Okay, so this particular statement you need to write. Alright, so this is the way this particular sum has to be done. So this also you can be easily taking as homework. We will be now moving to the next question, that is question number 4. Okay, so question number 4 says what? A chord of length 24 centimeter is at a distance of 5 centimeter from the center of the radius. Find the length of the chord of the same circle which is at a distance of 12 centimeter from the radius. Okay, so this is an important question, children. So here the figure will be like this, children. Suppose this is my circle. Okay, so a chord of length 24 centimeters. So here we are talking about 2 chords, children. Okay, so suppose this is my chord is at a distance 5. Okay, so this is my chord AB, whose length is equal to how much? They have given 24 centimeter, and the distance from the center has been given as how much? 5 centimeter. Find the length of another chord which is at a distance 12 centimeter. So this is 5, children. Suppose this is my O, and then you have been given that there is another chord which is at a distance of 13 centimeter. 13? No, 12, children. Okay, so this particular distance is given as 12. Okay, so now what you need to find out? You need to find out the length of chord PQ. You have been given length of chord AB, you have been given its distance from the center, and now what you have to find? You have to find out the length of the chord PQ. So how are you going to do this, children? This is going to be a figure. Suppose this you are marking as C, this you are marking as D, this point of intersection. Okay, so remember children, this is O and this is D. Okay, don't get confused. And then what you will be writing, will be joining these two lines, children. Okay, these two lines will be joining, and now what we'll be doing, see, we'll be writing like this. This is question number 4. Okay, so you'll be writing down that perpendicular AB. Okay, first of all we'll be using, see, AB is equal to, not AB children, AC is equal to CB is equal to half of 24, that is 12, is equal to 12 centimeter. And how did you know that AC is equal to CB, children? In the brackets you will be writing down, since perpendicular from center of the chord, from center bisects the chord. Okay, so therefore you came to know that both of them are equal. Now you know the length of AC, now you know the length of OC, so you have to find out the length of OA. Okay, so write down, in triangle OCA, okay, OA square is equal to OC square plus AC square. And this is by what, children? This you all know that this is by Pythagoras theorem. So this you need to specify. Now what you will be writing, children? This implies that OA square is equal to, how much is OC square, children? It's given as 5 square, plus how much is AC square? This is given as 12 square. So this is coming out to be 25 plus 144, which is equal to 169. So how much will be OA equal to, children? OA will be equal to root over of 169, which is equal to 13. So you found out what? You found out the length of OA. Now what you will be writing? You will be writing that OP is equal to OA is equal to 13. Why? Because both of them are the radii of same circle. Okay, so this is the reason why both of them are equal. Radii of same circle. So OP is equal to OA is the most important step in this particular question, children, because that only will help you to find out the length of the chord PQ. Okay, so once you are done with this, we'll be now moving to the next triangle, that is our in triangle. Write down ODP. Now write down, in triangle ODP, you will be writing down OP square is equal to OD square plus PD square. Okay, and this is by what? This is by Pythagoras theorem. You have to specify these things, children. Okay, so this implies OP square is how much? It has been, OP has been given as 13. So write down 13 square is equal to OD is 12. So this is 12 square plus PD square. PD is how much? You don't know. Okay, so this implies PD square will be equal to 13 square minus 12 square, which is equal to 25. So how much will be PD equal to, children? This implies, write down, this implies PD is equal to 5 centimeter. Okay, so the length of this particular PD, children, you are getting as 5 centimeter. Now what do you need to do, children? You will be now writing down that this implies that PQ will be equal to 2 times of what, children? This will be equal to 2 times of PD. And how much is PD? You have calculated PD as equal to 5. So this is coming out to be 10 centimeter. Again here you need to write down the reason, children, since perpendicular from center bisects the chord. Center bisects the chord. Because how did you know that both the parts are equal? Because of this particular theorem. Okay, so this is coming out to be equal to 10 centimeter. Alright, so this particular question you can expect in your exam, children. So you just see to it that you are able to write this properly. Okay, so this is the way this particular sum has to be done. We'll be now moving to the next question, that is question number 5. Okay, so this is our question number 5. I'll just erase this. Okay, fine. So what does this question number 5 says? The figure for question number 5 has been given. In the following figure, AD is a straight line. Okay, so we have been given what, children? If you can see, we have been given concentric circles. Okay, the circles with the same radius. So these are the concentric circles that have been given. So now what you need to do, I'll just draw this properly. Okay, further what has been given, this has been given. We have a common chord for both the circles, this and this has been given. Okay, we'll be just labeling this and then we'll do the sum. This is A, B, then this is C, D and O. Okay, so this is what the figure has been given. They are saying in the given figure, AB is a straight line, OP is perpendicular to, okay, so this is P which is perpendicular to AD, okay, and O is the center of the both the circles. Okay, fine. Then what you have to do? Now you have to prove that, no, you don't have to prove, you need to find out the length of AB. Okay, so you need to find out the length of this particular part, children, only AB. Okay, so how are you going to do this? The measure of OA has been given as 34. For OB, it has been given as 20. And then have they given the distance, children? OP has been given as 16. So this particular distance has been given as 16. Okay, so how are you going to do this, children? This is an easy one. So for this, we won't be using any theorem, children. We'll be basically using the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so by Pythagoras theorem, what you will be writing? See, write down, in triangle OPB, okay, it has been given what? OP is perpendicular to PB. BC, children, because this is given, because they are all straight line. So if it is perpendicular to AD, it is understood that it is perpendicular to BC as well. So in triangle OPB, this is happening. Then what you will be writing? This implies OB square is equal to OP square plus, okay, how much will this be equal to? OP square plus PB square, BP square. So this implies OB has been given as how much, children? 20. So write down 20 square is equal to how much is OP? 16 square plus BP square. So how much is BP coming out to be, children? This implies BP square is equal to 20 square minus 16 square. So how much is 20 square? It is equal to 400 and 16 square is equal to 256. So this is coming out to be equal to 144. So this implies that BP is equal to 12, because 144 root over is 12. Okay, so you just calculated BP, and now what you will be doing? You will be moving to the next triangle, and mind that, children, here you need to specify that this is by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, don't forget to write this, children, because we have a constant of space and time here, so we are trying to limit our solving to the steps which are very important, but make sure that while you are writing it very specifically, otherwise you are bound to lose marks. Okay, now what you will be writing? You will be writing in triangle OPA, okay, OA square is equal to OP square plus AP square, OP square plus AP square. And this is by what? This is by Pythagoras theorem. So this implies how much is OA, children? This has been given as 34 square is equal to OP has been given as how much? OP to us has been given as 16. So this is 16 square. Okay, and then plus AP square. Okay, so this implies AP square will be equal to how much, children? This is 34 square minus 16 square. So how much is 34 square, children? If you don't want to use that formula, you can easily use what? A plus B and A minus B. That is also easy, children. So 34 plus 16 and 34 minus 16. So 34 plus 16 is how much, children? This is equal to 50, and 34 minus 16 is equal to how much? It is equal to 18. So 18 into 5 is 90. So this is 900. So what you will be writing? You will be writing, this implies that AP is equal to 900 and AP square is equal to 900. So the value of AP is equal to root 900, that is equal to 30 centimeter. Okay, so this is what you are getting the value of AP, and this is what you are getting the value of BP. Now you need to find out AB. Now clearly in your figures, children, you can see that AB is equal to AP minus BP. AP minus BP. So how much is AP that you have calculated? 30. How much is BP you have calculated? 12. So how much is this going to be equal to? The AB is going to be equal to 18 centimeter. Okay, so this is what you have done. You have applied Pythagoras theorem separately to both the equation. And one more thing, children, don't get confused by this particular method which I have done. Here it's a square minus b square, so I just solved it using a plus b and a minus b. If you want, you can just find out 34 square, you can just find out 16 square, that is 256. You can just subtract that and then also you can get the answer. So don't just get confused by the way I have done, and don't just think that it is something new. Okay, so this way question number 5 has to be done. We will be now moving to question number 6. Okay, so I'll be writing this as question number 6. So question number 6 says what? It says, in a circle of radius 17 centimeter, two parallel chords of length 30 centimeter and 60 centimeter are drawn. Okay, so this question also, children, you can be marking as important because this is a different type of sums which usually comes in the exam. Okay, 17 centimeter, two parallel chords are being drawn. So this is my circle. The radius is 17, and then see, there are two cases, children. So we will be drawing two diagrams in this. Okay, so you just look into this particular questions really very carefully. So see, first of all, what you will be writing, two parallel chords of length 30 and 16 are called. So first case is you have to draw when they are on the opposite sides of the center. Okay, so there are two cases, children. There will be two parallel chords, and in the first case they will be drawn on the other sides, and in the second case they will be drawn on the same side. Okay, so we are considering the case first here now. Now if you see this sub question 1 which is there, 17 2 of length 30. So this is suppose AB which is of 30 centimeter, and this is CD which is of 16 centimeter. Okay, and then the radius has been given as 17. So this particular part I'll be writing as 17. I'll be marking O as center. Okay, and then for I'll be using another colors. For AB the length has been given as how much? It has been given as, children, 30. So it is understood, children, that this will be equal to 15, and for CD the length has been given as 16. So it is understood that this will be equal to 8. Okay, so how did you know? So this particular thing you need to write. So what you will be writing, will be marking this as P and Q. Okay, so what I will be writing now, that find the distance between the chord. So you will be writing like this, OP is perpendicular to AB. This implies AP is equal to PB is equal to 15 centimeter, and write down that particular statement, children, that perpendicular from the center bisects the chord. Okay, now next thing what you will be writing, next thing you will be writing, in triangle OPA, OA square is equal to OP square plus AP square, OP square plus AP square, and then this is by what, children? This is you will be writing by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so this implies how much is OA square, children? This is equal to 17 square is equal to OP is how much? OP has been OP is what you have to find out. OP square plus 15 square. So how much will be OP square equal to, children? OP square will be equal to 17 square minus 15 square, which will be equal to 289 minus 225, which is equal to 64. So this implies what? That OP is equal to 8 centimeters. So this is the first value that you are getting. And now what we will be moving? We will be moving to the next triangle, that is in triangle OQB. Okay, so in triangle OQB, similarly you will be finding out by what? You will be finding out that OC square is equal to OQ square plus QC square, and this is also by what? This is by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so then what you will be writing down here? You will be finding out that OQ will be equal to, OQ square will be equal to OC square minus QC square. So this in turn is 17 square minus 8 square. So OQ will be equal to, write down, this is going to be equal to 15. Okay, so now what you have to find out, children? You have to find out the distance between both the chord. So what you will be writing down? I will be writing down here that the distance between, see, distance between both chords is equal to, between two chords is equal to PQ, which is equal to OP plus OQ. So OP you have calculated as 8, OQ you have calculated as 15. So this is going to be equal to 23 centimeter. Okay, so this is what you are getting the answer, that it is equal to 23 centimeter. This is for first sub question. Now I will be telling you how to do for the second sub question, children. So in that question, suppose this is your figure and now they are saying that both the chords are on the same side. So these are the chords that we are talking about. This is our perpendicular, this is my radius, and this is also my radius. So suppose this is my chord AB, this is CD, this is O, and this is P, and this is Q. Okay, so what I'll be just writing down in short, children, because this you need to understand yourself. Okay, I'll be writing down like this, children. See, in triangle OQC, okay, you know that the radius is equal to 17, children. So if I write down with the red pen, this is going to be equal to 17, this is going to be equal to 17. AB is the longer chord, so this AP will be equal to 15 and CQ will be equal to 8. Okay, so in triangle OQC, what you will be writing? OC square is equal to OQ square plus QC square, and then you will be writing by Pythagoras theorem. So you will be finding out OQ. So OQ will be equal to, OQ square will be equal to OC square. OC square is 17 square minus 8 square, which is equal to 15 square. So this implies OQ you are calculating as 15. Similarly, you will be going where? You will be going into the next triangle, that is in triangle OPA. You will be writing what? OA square is again equal to OP square plus AP square. Okay, and this is also by what? You will be writing by Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras theorem. So you will be calculating OP. So OP will be equal to, children, if you see, 17 square minus OP square will be equal to 17 square minus 15 square, which is equal to 64. So then what you will be writing, that OP will be equal to 8 centimeters. So OQ you have calculated as 15, OP is 8. Now what you will be writing? Distance between both chord. So here what you can see, children, what is distance between both the chords? Both chords will be equal to, here if you see, the distance between both chord is PQ is equal to PQ. So how can you find out PQ? This will be given by OQ minus OP. So OQ you have calculated as 15, OP you have calculated as 8. So this is going to be equal to 15 minus 8, that is 7 centimeter. So you can see, children, that the question is same, but for both the different cases we are getting different answer. Alright, so this is the way this particular sum has to be done. Now rest of the things, children, will be looking into the next session. Alright, thank you, students.